KSAT12. The news at noon starts right now.
Thousands upon thousands of students inside a major school district waiting for a huge decision coming tonight. That's when SAISD students and staff are going to get the final decision from the district, learning if their schools will close at the end of the school year.
The Board of Trustees will meet for their final vote on a plan that would close more than a dozen schools district-wide, a plan they're calling right-sizing.
But as RJ Marquez reports, many parents and community members are still fighting at this hour to have their voice heard.
I was shocked that Lamar was not removed from the list.
Shannon Oster-Gabrielson is one of many SAISD parents still fighting to keep their students' school open. Her daughters attend Lamar Elementary, one of the 15 SAISD schools that could close after this year.
We're in a very unique position that's often used against us. 1/3 of our students come from the neighborhood. The rest come from the district and from across the city.
On Friday, SAISD released its final recommendation for school closures. The original draft recommended 19 closures. Some schools survived, Lamar did not.
We are a high-performing school, so we have some of the best outcomes of all the elementary schools in the district.
SAISD officials say the closures are necessary because of declining enrollment and to consolidate resources. The district went from over 54,000 students 10 years ago to just 45,000 now. But Shannon says SAISD rushed the process.
They did not go to every school. They made no attempts to encourage parents. They're closing our school that we deserve to have a voice.
I think it's a bad call. This has been a good school for a lot of kids, and it's been a great feeder to other schools.
Bill Bordelon lives near Lamar Elementary and says that if the school closes, it will have a long-term negative impacts on families in that community.
You're taking these kids out of a secure, safe environment that they all know each other.
But what that does is that says they don't care about our 316 students right now. That's okay if our outcomes suffer.
RJ Marquez, KSAT12 News.
Once again, the SAISD Board of Trustees will make their final decision tonight. We'll be at that meeting, and we will keep you up to date on the news at 5 and 6, as well as tonight on the Night Beat. The meeting actually starts at 5:30, and we will be live streaming it on KSAT.com.
Let's take a look outside with live cam. Still a little drizzly out there, lots of clouds. The sun? Where's the sun?
It's not there. But I can tell you this. I took one of the best naps I ever took yesterday. With the rain coming down, it was one of those days. We're doing another cloudy day today. We've got a little bit of drizzle coming down here around San Antonio, so there's still some dampness. But by tomorrow, the sun does come back out. Let me show you the radar, and you can see where the rain is right now. When we're talking steady rain, it's out to the west, and then we have some rain along the coast. Here in San Antonio right now, there's honestly not much showing up on radar. Doesn't mean that there's not anything there, though, because we're still seeing some of that light mist and drizzle, and we're seeing some light returns. So I think it will still be somewhat damp into the afternoon, while keeping a slight chance of these very light showers. Now, this is not going to amount to much at all, but again, you may have to use the windshield wipers from time to time. Right now, temperatures are holding right around 60 degrees, and I don't expect that will jump up much more from what you see there. New Braunfels at 61, still some 50s for Seguin, Bernie, and Kerrville. So still a cool day. We'll keep about a 40% chance of some very light rain in the forecast. Again, we top out close to 61 this afternoon. This evening, rain chances begin to taper off. We dip into the 50s. And for those of you hoping for sun, tomorrow is your day. And we've got a pretty good looking week, too. We'll talk about that, plus our next cold front coming up here in just a few minutes, guys.
Look forward to it. Thank you, Justin. New at noon, some members of the San Antonio Park Police may be walking their beat today. 10 of their bikes gone.
The department says somebody stole them. Police tell us an officer went to the department bike storage room for a routine patrol check, and that's when officers noticed damage. Somebody had cut a hole in the fencing, and then they saw 10 bikes were missing. Officer looks at a surveillance video, and they say it shows someone breaking into the storage room and then taking the bikes. That suspect is facing a burglary charge.
San Antonio teenager shot multiple times by an SAPD officer last year, taken into custody Saturday night on a felony warrant for evading arrest with a vehicle. That is according to Bexar County court records. Police arrested 18-year-old Eric Cantu Jr. after going to an apartment on Blanco Road near Bitters Road to investigate a disturbance call. A woman who identified herself as the mother of Cantu's girlfriend said Cantu showed up at the apartment even though he was not supposed to be there and wouldn't leave. Officers found Cantu asleep in a bedroom and took him into custody. A police report says officers also gave him a criminal trespass warning. Officers say Cantu had an active felony warrant for his arrest.
It seems like this is an extreme case of neighbors not getting along. San Antonio police say one man shot two people overnight at the home next door. Katrina Weber tells us why. That suspect, though, may not be headed to jail.
San Antonio police crowd onto Caballero Drive, a short street not far from South Zamora. They originally got a call around 1 a.m. about a disturbance here involving neighbors. But when they arrived, the bad blood already had led to bloodshed. They found a 19-year-old man and 35-year-old woman, both with gunshot wounds. Police took the suspected shooter, their 49-year-old neighbor, into custody. Officers who were here at the time of the shooting said that the suspect told them right away he was acting in self-defense. But even after questioning him at length, it seems that police still haven't determined whether they'll file charges. While the case is still under investigation, officers believe the suspect was upset about a gathering at the house next door. They say he pulled out a gun and shot the two neighbors. Police told us the man who was shot is in critical condition while the woman is stable. Katrina Weber, KSAT12 News.
As the winter weather nears, there are worries the energy grid is going to have issues. But one Texas amendment that just passed last week should enhance the electric grid. It's Proposition 7. It creates an energy fund to help companies build or upgrade electricity generating plants. Advocates for the proposition say it will enhance the power grid and it hopes to eliminate winter worries. The North American Electric Reliability Corporation reported that 180 million people across the U.S. will likely lose power this winter. And among those states that could see it is Texas.
We're using more electricity than we were 2 years ago. And yet the supply really hasn't kept up with that in terms of the always available generation.
Prop 7 was just one of 13 constitutional amendments that passed earlier this week in the election. If you want a breakdown of what those propositions mean, you can head over to KSAT.com.
The Spurs are getting better as the season wears on. We just need to see some of that improvement in the win column coming up. We got highlights.
New U.S. airstrikes targeting fighters supported by Iran and in response to 5 American service members killed in the region. New video showing the vast destruction as Israel's war on Hamas rages on in Gaza.
Officials in the largest hospital now say their ability to treat patients is at crisis levels. ABC's Patrick Vell reports from Jerusalem, beginning with those new U.S. airstrikes.
Hostilities in the Middle East widening. The Pentagon says U.S. forces conducted new airstrikes in Syria, hitting a safe house and a training camp used by Iran's armed forces and militant groups supported by the country. An official confirms Iran-backed fighters were present at both locations. The sites are linked to at least 46 drone and rocket attacks on U.S. forces in Iraq and Syria since mid-October, which resulted in dozens of injuries. Elsewhere in the region, a helicopter crash near Cyprus left 5 U.S. service members dead. The Black Hawk helicopter was carrying Special Operations Forces involved in a nighttime refueling training mission when it went down in the eastern Mediterranean due to a mishap, according to the Pentagon. The elite troops were training to potentially evacuate American citizens. 9 Americans are still missing since Hamas attacked Israel on October 7th, including an orphan toddler. Israel says the group is still holding 239 hostages. This comes as Israel's forces push deeper into Gaza City, the Israeli military releasing video from tank-mounted cameras showing almost total devastation. And there is intense fighting around hospitals, which Israel claims Hamas is using as control centers. Inside those hospitals, tragic scenes, including doctors performing surgery on injured Palestinians by flashlight.
We do not want to see a firefight in a hospital where innocent people, helpless people, people seeking medical care are caught in the crossfire.
At Al-Shifra Hospital, premature babies removed from their incubators because there is no electricity, according to a doctor there. At least 3 have died, the doctors say.
Nearly sure that we are alone now. No one hears us.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said there could be a potential deal on the hostages with Hamas, but Hamas earlier said it was suspending those talks over the bombing of the Al-Shifa hospital. Patrick Reevell, ABC News, Tel Aviv.
Outside with live cam, it's misty and rainy and just, it's a continuation of yesterday and the day before, but that's okay.
Are we calling this like drought busting rain over the last few days?
No, not near enough. Not near enough. I mean, we're moving in the right direction. It's good to see some soaking rain. We'll call it that, but I wouldn't say it's drought busting by any stretch of the imagination. We'll show you some of those totals coming up. The aquifer has come up. It's up 0.4 of a foot to 639. 636.9, pardon me. And in your pollen count, molds are moderate. It's all due to that rain. They're staying elevated, probably will do so this week as well, the rest of this week. When does the rain end? When could we see more? We'll talk about it coming up.
Today's a great day for a nap. The only problem is we're working.
We're working, and I bet you at KSAT12 they're eating.
Yeah, I was going to
say, don't say nap. He's still awake right now. Hold on.
Well, but after you ate all this, after you ate this food, you would nap. I mean, look at some of these delicious little different takes on some of the Thanksgiving treats. Yes, that is a little bit of a dip there, made with some sweet potatoes as well as these croquettes. Look at this dessert, panna cotta with sweet potatoes. And speaking of dessert, those wonderful pies.
Okay, those pies are in front of us right now, but they look photoshopped.
They do. Those are actually real. That raises the question, when it comes to Thanksgiving, would you rather cook or do the dishes?
Ooh. I'm cooking.
Catering out this is not part of the question. So what would you rather do?
I'm cooking.
You're cooking?
Nap.
No, that's not.
Eating and napping, again, not an option, David.
None of the above for David.
Well, since I'm not a very good cook, I guess I'm washing dishes.
Guess you're washing dishes. All right, we're going to be eating this and talking about all the great chefs that are going to be here as well. And we're chatting with Rita Moreno.
Yes.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Wait till you hear what she has to say.
Okay,
Grandpa doesn't wash dishes, does he?
Now, hang on a minute.
I can't wash dishes.
I'm just going to put this out. There's nothing more attractive to a wife than watching her husband wash dishes.
Okay, well, if that...
Justin,
David,
word to the wise. Wash the dishes.
Wading into dangerous territory here, David.
Yeah.
Tread lightly.
Yeah.
The thing about it, it's nuanced because I like cooking, but I need to know how many people I'm cooking for. If it's like a full, 12 people, I'll do the dishes.
Really?
Yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot.
Well, you would be very attractive to your wife.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I can't wait for Thanksgiving, by the way. Man, that food looks so amazing. I love it. And the nap, too, watching some Cowboys. It's all wrapped into it. It's all awesome. The rain yesterday, it was steady. It was light. It didn't add up to a lot, but it was a good soaking rain, as we said. The total is 0.37 at the airport, 0.34 in Helotes, 0.37 in Medina Lake. And by the way, this is since Saturday. So we're going back 48 hours here. In general, I'd say a quarter to half an inch. That's what we saw here across the city. Then as you zoom out, it was down along the coast where the numbers have been a little bit better, and I just updated these. But Victoria, Cuero, Howattsville, Kennedy, Goliad, you've all jumped up above an inch of rain over the last 48 hours. So this is all good stuff. We can obviously use a little bit more. Rainfall this year, officially at the airport, we're at 18.38. A lot better than last year, but still not great. We're down 11 inches below average. Del Rio and Austin also below average, and I don't think we're going to completely come out of this deficit. That would be hard to do here over the next month and a half, but we're headed in the right direction, okay? We're trending in the right direction. The aquifer is up, 636.9. This is still a low number, though. When you look at the average, and let's just say 660. 660 is a good number. We are well below that mark, and the last time we were at 660 or higher, you got to go back to March 4th, 2022, just to give you some perspective. So the aquifer has obviously been suffering too, but this week, with the soaking rain around, a lot of people are not going to be turning their sprinklers on, so the aquifer should continue to jump up. We've got some light rain around, especially out west of San Antonio. You get out to Del Rio, Lakey, seeing some very light rain. Again, this will not add up to much, but with these light returns, you'll see some of that drizzle and mist. We're seeing some of that here across the city of San Antonio, although we're not seeing any returns It's there. We can see it on some of the TransGuide cameras. And then closer to the coast, that's where you got the heavier, steadier rain. Port Lavaca, Edna up to El Campo, moving up into Houston, moving away from us, though. So we're not going to see any of that activity. Let me show you the computer models here. And this does show some light showers continuing to move through the evening hours and then into tonight before this all goes away. And then by tomorrow morning, starts out cloudy, but by midday, the clouds begin to break and we get some sun tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow's going to be really, really nice. So will the rest of the work week with highs in the 70s. In the meantime, though, we got to get through sort of a damp, cloudy, cool day today. We'll see temperatures only top out in the low 60s. We're not going to warm much from where we are now. 30 to 40% chance of rain, but keep in mind that drizzle will be around as well. Then upper 50s as we go into tonight. There's the scene outside right now. Looks fairly dry there at the airport. Temperatures sitting in the low 60s here in San Antonio and New Braunfels, and then upper 50s, Seguin, mid 50s for Bernie and Kerrville. Here's the big picture, and you can see that swath of rain to our east, light rain to our west. We're kind of flanked by both of those. We've got a little bit of dry air that's being pulled in here, and that's one of the reasons we're not seeing the more steady rain. You can see that on water vapor right there, that orange color. Our low sitting right here. This starts to move away, and that's why we got a lot of sun the rest of this week. 74 Wednesday, 75 Thursday, 76 Friday. Then as we head into the weekend, we will add in some small rain chances on Sunday, although I think we'll get better rain chances perhaps next week with another cold front. So in the meantime, we'll enjoy some pretty nice weather coming up after today, guys.
Yeah, that looks real good. Thanks, Justin.
Hey, the Cowboys did what they were supposed to do, and they did it in a big way yesterday at home. And the Texans get a huge win on the road against one of the hottest teams in the NFL.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
And the Cowboys did an easier part of their schedule, hosting the 2-7 Giants yesterday. Dallas 3-0 at home. Late first, things starting to get exciting. CeeDee Lamb on the end around. Lots of room right there. He's untouched, 14 yards, touchdown. 7-0 Cowboys after one. We go to the second quarter, and it's Dak on the one, finds a wide open Jake Ferguson. There's another touchdown. It's a 96-yard drive. Cowboys go up 14-0. Next Cowboys drive. Dak to Brandon Cooks. Wide open, 10-yard touchdown, 21-0 Dallas. Third straight drive, Dak takes it himself, this time 10 yards, up the middle, touchdown Dak. Cowboys are up 28-0 at halftime. The Giants had 27 total yards of offense at half. Part of their problem, rookie Tommy DeVito leading the team, although he looked more like Danny DeVito part of the time. Third quarter, 28-7 Cowboys until Dak finds Michael Gallup, the 41-yard touchdown. Cowboys crush the Giants. So here's your final. Dak, 5 TDs, 404 yards passing, 49-17 is that final. Dallas now 6-3. So the Cowboys will next face the Carolina Panthers on the road. That's Sunday at noon. Carolina 1-8 on the season. After that game, they come home for the Thanksgiving Day special. All right, let's take it to Cincinnati. Texans on the road, taking on the Bengals. Bengals on a 4-game winning streak. Second quarter, Cincy up 7-0. Texas running back. Texas driving. C.J. Stroud finishing it off. Tank Dell dives in. That's a 6-yard score. That tied it at 7. Houston up 10-7 at half. Third quarter, Texans driving again. Devin Singletary caps it off with a nice run. 59-yard drive, 6-yard run. Texans up 20-7. Fourth quarter, 2017 Texans. Stroud takes it himself from the 8-yard line. Houston now up 27-17. Bengals bite back after a Stroud pick. Joe Mixon scores, cut the lead down to 3. Then the Bengals are able to tie it at 27 with a field goal. So we go to under 2 minutes to play. And for the second week in a row, the Texans are able to drive into territory of the Bengals. That is Noah Brown breaking tackles. He gets down, 14 seconds left, 22-yard gain. And there it is, Matt Amendola. Remember, they just picked him up this week. Yesterday, he kicked 3 field goals, including the game winner. That one came from 38 yards out. So here's your final. The Texans come back and win it against the Bengals, 30-27. Houston now above 500 at 5-4. The Cardinals come to NRG Stadium to face the Texans. That's Sunday at noon. And San Antonio Spurs taking on a hot Miami Heat team. Spurs on a 4-game losing streak. Heat on a 4-game winning streak. It's a pattern. Spurs getting off to a fast start. Victor Wembanyama, 13-footer. Then Devin Vassell from outside, knocking down one of his 4 threes on the night. Then the old guy, 31-year-old Doug McDermott. Yeah, take that. Old nothing. Spurs lead 29-15 at the half. At the end of the first quarter, But then Miami rose up like the sun. Jimmy Butler tackling contact and getting the ball to fall. His free throw was good. We're 47 all at halftime. In the second half, Duncan Robinson, like that name. Not so sure about the shot though. Yeah, that's the other guy. All right. He had a game high 26 later in the third. The Heat with the lead, but Malachi Branham, the three and the foul, 4-point play. But with 2 minutes left in the game, Miami's ball movement got to former Spur Josh Richardson, and he knocks down the three to take the lead for good. Richardson scores 7 of the Heat's last 9 points. They win a little run at the end of the game to win it, 118-113. Spurs fall to 3-7 in the first 10 of the season. They have lost 5 in a row, but they got a chance against Oklahoma City Thunder tomorrow night, 8:30. And they can see if they can get this thing turned around. Then they play Sacramento and Memphis also. Memphis is really bad, so they got a chance to get this losing streak stopped.
We're going to keep on saying it's a young team.
Very young.
It's a young
Very young. They're learning. They're getting better.
Okay. A medication that was first created to treat diabetes, then used for weight loss, may lead now to a third major benefit. Details in the next half hour.
And RSV cases on the rise in communities around the country, including here in Texas, and the vaccine is still in short supply, but there could be a new batch ready pretty soon.